And welcome to Wake Up Call. I'm Malik Jackson.
And I'm Keely McCormick.
We have breaking news this morning. There's actually a shooting that we're covering. We'll have all of that and much more, right?
That's right. Also, recent sports news and special FaceTime interview with two very special people about love.
Because today is the day
of love.
Wake Up Call starts
right now. Welcome back and happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, what such a great day, right?
Such a great day.
All right, let's get to the news because we have breaking news this morning. One person has been shot outside of the National Security Agency. Police do have a suspect in custody, but have not released any other details, and according to officials there is no remaining threat on the ground.
Now to a story that broke last night according to Donald Trump's personal lawyer, Michael Cohen. He is the one who paid $130,000 to keep Stormy Daniels, a porn star, from revealing that she had relations with Donald Trump while he was married to current wife Melania Trump. Now Cohen wouldn't elaborate as to why he paid Stormy this $130,000 of his own money, and up until this point the White House has not responded. But we will keep you updated as we receive more information on this.
Alrighty, and what has been a long week for the White House seems to be getting longer. Following the fallout from the Rob Porter scandal, the White House secretary, who has been proven to have physically abused two ex-wives early yesterday. We found out that the White House knew of the abuse all the way back in March, and from March up until this point had said nothing about it. The FBI contradicts this story by saying the White House says they did not know all along, White House says they did not know all along, but the FBI says that they did know all along.
There you go. And when confronted with different, we had a small technical error there. When confronted with differing timelines, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said we're both telling the truth. Speaking of the White House and the FBI, even though their timelines are quite a bit different now, as of last week, the disgraced secretary turned in his letter of recommendation.
Resignation, and so it's just a continued fallout, and the White House hasn't responded appropriately. To their own credit, has said that they should have handled the situation better. Sorry for those technical difficulties. Moving along, the Israeli police announced yesterday that they have enough evidence to prosecute Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on corruption charges. The Prime Minister says he is innocent and nothing will come of the allegations. The case will now be passed on to the Attorney General, who will make the call on if the Prime Minister is charged or not.
That's right, and after the break, we'll be back with my wonderful grandparents, who we're very excited to have. They've been married for quite some time now, so they're going to be telling us all the secrets to a long, happy relationship, which me and Malik really need those secrets.
I don't know if they're happier to be on or I'm happy that they're on.
They're really great people, so stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break.
Have a nice day. You too. Have a great day. Thanks. You too.
Make someone's day. Pay it forward.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas. A great place to be you.
And welcome back. Now, as you can see, we have my wonderful grandparents FaceTiming in all the way from Geneva, Illinois. Now, they're here to tell us about Valentine's Day, the secrets to love. Now, I know how long you've been married. I know how many kids you have, but just tell us for our audience and for Malik. How long have you got?
We've been married 56 years.
Wow, that is a long time. And how many kids?
56 wonderful years.
And tell us about how many boys you have, how Grammy's a saint for dealing with that.
We have 4 sons.
And 4 granddaughters.
15 grandchildren.
Yeah.
And 15 grandchildren.
Yeah.
So, Grammy, tell us, what is the secret to 56 long years of happiness, of not wavering, of sticking by the same person? What's the secret? I want to know.
It's all give and take.
Give and take? Okay, elaborate on that.
Sherry, you're a team. It's not one person, it's both people. Bill Self would be very impressed with our teamwork.
I think it's a lot of unselfishness, too. You really have to think about the other person before you think about yourself. We all can get very self-centered sometimes. And I think marriage it's a unit, and you have to be together and think together, discuss things, compromise a lot, laugh a lot. Most of all, laugh and have a great sense of humor, which my husband has. He makes me laugh every day.
Now that's some great advice. So tell us all the way back, was it love at first sight, or how did you guys fall in love?
We met in Los Angeles, and Pat was a stewardess and I was a business person. And she walked into the room, I took one look at her and I said, this is it, love at first sight. 8 months later, we were married in St. Louis.
Oh, wow.
And then we moved to Chicago, and that's where we've made our home for 56 years in Chicago.
Wow.
Wow.
Geneva, suburb of Chicago.
Can you tell us what's your favorite Valentine's Day memory? I know it's been a long time, but what is your favorite memory, the one that when someone asks you about today comes right to your mind?
I think what we do on Valentine's Day, it depends. When the kids were young, I would bring a present back to her. Now that the kids are gone and all the grandchildren are in school, we get together, have breakfast, go out to our favorite jewelry store. She picks out a piece of jewelry. Then we go and get some clothing for her and then have dinner at night.
Mine was Valentine's Day, and we both realized it was Valentine's Day and hadn't gotten each other cards, and we both wrote love letters to each other.
And that's what we do now. We each write a letter instead of getting a card. So we have a hallmark within our house.
That's impressive.
This is Keely. This
Yeah,
is impressive.
I told you, I come
I'm
from good-
learning.
I come
feel like
from
I'm
good
learning
people.
more in this interview about life than I have all of school.
Yeah.
Come on, keep coming with the advice.
Wait, so Grammy, all right, so you raised 4 boys, lived in a house with 4 boys and grandpa. Tell us how you managed to get through that with still being completely in love. I think I would go crazy.
You take a lot of deep breaths every day, and as I said before, you have to learn to laugh a lot. There's something every day that makes you happy if you look around and think about it. And our 4 sons made us really happy. We're very for the effort they've put in. They're very successful. As Keely knows, her daddy's one of our sons, and it's been a wonderful life for both of us. We're very grateful every day to God for all He's given us.
My thumbs are still sore from all the diapers I've changed. I would miss the cloth and hit my thumb.
Not true.
You did not change one
like today.
diaper. I don't
Yeah,
believe that
diapers
for a
have
second.
Oh, yes, he did.
Oh, I don't know about
Grammy,
that.
Keely's challenging your husband. Did he change diapers? Tell us.
No.
I know how it. I know
got
how
your
it
back.
When
Grandpa, I got
number
your
4
back.
Came along, I said, you've got to help me.
I know how it went. Okay, so
He was working 12 hours a day, so it was all
Plus
right.
going to law school at night, so it was impossible. I
That's
would
a
have a
lot of
law
hard work.
book in one hand and a baby in the other hand.
I guess it all goes back to the compromise, right, guys? The compromise.
Yes.
Absolutely.
all
Give
right,
and take is what we say.
give and take. So what's your
I would
one?
give and she would take.
What's your one piece of advice for young people? We're growing up in a different generation with social media and Tinder, whoever still uses that dating app. So what's your advice for relationships and love in this upcoming generation?
When you find the right person, be kind to each other and give each other time. Set aside time for each other and get off of social media for a few hours. And just look for things to be happy about, because there's a lot of things every day in your life that will make you happy. Sometimes you have to look for them because life is a challenge. But what would you think?
I think what you have to do is make sure you don't put your own obstacles in the way. And that is one way that we did. We never spent more than we made. So we never had financial problems. So we just worried about each other and the family, and the rest takes care of itself. You don't put financial problems there, and that is what makes it happy.
And so, as today being Valentine's Day, do you guys have any plans for today? You do anything special?
Yes, we're going down to the breakfast first, then the jewelry store, and then the dress shop.
Wow, Grammy,
Same
you are a
process
lucky
all
lady.
these
I get
years.
everything.
Wow. Wow.
All right, well, thank you so much for FaceTiming us in. Hopefully Malik and I can take your advice and eventually find love. But thank you so much, and I love you guys, so it's been a great interview.
We love
Thank you.
We
Thank
love
And
you.
good luck to Kansas and the NCAA.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
Thank
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
We'll be right back after this break.
When you shop local in the heart of the city, you support the people that make our community thrive. The money you spend here stays here, in this place we call our home. Lawrence, Kansas, where there's good old-fashioned hometown pride. Eat local, drink local, shop local.
Well, aren't they the cutest?
Aren't they? You know, they are. They really are. Gave some good advice, and they're funny people.
Yeah.
And it seems like Grandpa really loves him some Kansas Jayhawks.
He really does. He wanted to talk about politics, and I said, I don't think we need that on the day of love.
Hey, well, if he would have came at A Block, maybe he could have thrown a story. He was here. They were on our ear in A Block. Maybe he could have pitched in, helped us read some scripts.
Yeah, he really should have. All right, well, moving on from Valentine's Day, on to sports. On Saturday, the Jayhawks struggled to score against the Baylor Bears in Waco, Texas. The lack of points may have had to do with an injury involving Kansas guard Svi, who at one point in the season was a leading scorer. During warm-ups, his teammate Marcus Garrett went up for a dunk, missed, and on his way down, his arm swung back, hitting Svi in his right eye. In 35 minutes, Svi only made 1 of 8 shots, contributing a total of 2 points to KU's lowest scoring game of the year. He has only had 3 points in the last 2 games, which hasn't helped as KU ended up losing 80-64. Aside from the lack of points, it's getting late in the season, and Bill Self said that the team's chemistry was not at all where it needs to be.
But then, and after the Baylor loss on Saturday, KU bounced back last night while in Ames, Iowa, walking away with a win against the Cyclones. LaGerald Vick returned to the starting lineup and celebrated by scoring 16 points. The final score was 83-77, and the Jayhawks will take on West Virginia at Allen Fieldhouse this upcoming Saturday. So
That's right.
they bounced back, and we got a lot of work to do because we want that 14th straight Big 12.
Yes.
But we got a lot of work to do because we're a game behind right now.
Yeah, and this game, Saturday will be a big game, but hopefully they can pull through. And playing in its first tournament of the season, KU softball had a good end of the weekend, finishing with a 4-1 record in Florida with 2 wins against Akron and 1 against Stetson. There was only 1 blemish with the loss to the College of Charleston. A few highlights from the weekend: freshman Shelby Gare hit a 3-run homer in the 6th inning in her debut as a Jayhawk. And solid pitching from juniors Sarah Miller and Bryn Minor, who each combined for 2 wins of 1 hit ball. KU will travel this weekend for the 2nd tournament of the season at the University of San Antonio at Texas Tournament.
Alrighty, and now to sports. The Lead Recreational Center in Ames, Iowa was home to an impressive performance this weekend. Senior Bryce Hopple took the 800-meter title by running the 2nd fastest in school history. Wow, buddy.
Yeah.
And the 2nd fastest time this year in the NCAA. Hopple is just 0.04 seconds behind Jeremy Mims, who set the record in 2005. And junior Latria Jefferson etched her name in the Kansas record books with her jump of 1.75 meters, the 9th best in team history. The track team will be splitting up this next weekend. Half of them will be going to the Arkansas qualifier meet on February 16th, and the other half will be going to South Bend, Indiana to participate in the Alex Wilson Invitational. Some outstanding performances by some really, truly outstanding KU athletes.
That's right. And moving on to the 2018 Olympics, the United States got their first gold medal on Saturday. The youngest U.S. male to win a medal, 17-year-old Red Gerard, took gold for the men's slopestyle event on the second day of the Games. Gold medalist Jamie Anderson claimed the gold once again and took the top spot on the podium, just like in Sochi, finishing first in the slopestyle. The U.S. had the youngest Olympian, but also had a first-time medalist in luge. Chris Madser claimed the silver in luge. And in addition to that, the U.S. figure skating team won a bronze medal. And last night, snowboard superstar and 3-time gold medalist Shaun White got the gold. He had an injury in New Zealand back in October, and that injury required emergency surgery, but he bounced back with a phenomenal performance yesterday. The U.S. has 4 gold, 1 silver, and two bronze. But it is still early on in the game, so we'll see where this Olympics takes us.
And that was truly a remarkable story. Shaun White, 4 years ago in Sochi, he came in 3rd place, and then he's an older fella, okay? And so then to bounce back, not only to get 1st place after finishing 3rd at the last one, but also his age, but also the fact that he was injured. Truly a remarkable story, and that's what the Olympics is all about.
That's right. It was very impressive.
All righty, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back on Wake Up Call.
The world we live in is so vast. With thousands of miles to explore, there's no excuse to stay inside. With beauty that touches every mile of our world, it is our responsibility to admire it. No matter how you decide to appreciate this world, get outside.
And welcome back. Now we have ICOM bearing good news, and obviously we had to relate it to Valentine's Day. So a woman named Haley Morrissey was applying tanning lotion and decided to take off her wedding ring and wrap it in toilet paper to avoid getting the ring dirty, which was a great idea until later she saw the toilet paper and decided to flush it down the toilet, thinking it was just a wad of toilet paper. Well, as you would expect, the ring was gone down the toilet. Haley quickly realized what she had done, so her and her fiancé recruited the help of their neighbors so they could attempt to get the ring out of the pipes before it was gone forever. They started out by putting a video camera in the pipes and found that there was a group of plant roots in the pipes, so they cut a hole in the pipes and inserted a mesh filter, hoping it would catch the ring before it was washed away. And sure enough, the ring was caught and in the filter and reunited with the happy couple.
I would say just a little bit extra. Maybe you just get a new wedding ring, but just mesh filter, plant camera down a pipe, come on.
No, wedding rings are important. That's sentimental. You can't just flush that away. I don't know how you flush it away in the first place, but you gotta go to extreme measures to get that back.
Well, I guess so.
And moving on to our past weekend, yesterday was Fat Tuesday, which marks the last day before Lent. People are supposed to eat whatever they want, do whatever they want on Fat Tuesday, and it's also known as Mardi Gras, which you all know that Malik and I went to St. Louis this weekend to celebrate Mardi Gras for the first time. It was a great time, a lot of good energy in that city, and we all know that Malik is dying to tell us how he thrived at Mardi Gras. So Malik, tell us about your weekend.
I thrived at Mardi Gras, absolutely. I more than thrived. I really felt like I was alive, okay? I felt like I belonged there. No, it was a ton of fun. I really did have fun. I went with a group of people, had a lot of fun. An experience that is really a once in a lifetime thing, because I think next year I'm gonna go to New Orleans. I think, just
go bigger and better every year.
I mean, it was just so fun to see all the people, from the parade and to stay out there. I was out there till 8:30 at night and people were still out there jamming and stuff. And then we went back, kind of got took a nap, ate some food, and we went right back out.
Yeah, it was pretty
How was your
exciting.
time?
It was fun. The parade was really cool. That was going on. And then St. Louis, where we were, was right near St. Louis University. So that was cool to kind of see how they do things. And that's awesome that they get a Mardi Gras celebration and don't have to go anywhere for it. So.
And I saw, Keely had this, I wish we had a picture. She had beads all the way out to here, literally. I wonder how I want to acquire those beads, but I guess we'll leave that for another time.
Well, they were just throwing them out, and I was good at catching them. And then I got in a competition with my friends. They were like, okay, whoever has the most beads wins. And obviously, I can't lose. So people would throw me one bead, and I would say, no, I need more. And then I'd steal them off friends next. It was a great time. It's just a big competition.
It's a very fun time down there in Mardi Gras, and I will definitely be back. Maybe not St. Louis, but I will definitely be back to Mardi Gras. Will you be?
Oh, I definitely will be back to Mardi Gras.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back on Wake Up Call.
Yeah, I always just clap in this part.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about the piccolo part? It's the most complicated one.
It is. If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go. Just clapping now. No humps. Nailed it.
I practiced this morning.
Mine was just two people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to do the end.
It's just.
I don't know the head.
That's great. It's hard by yourself.
And welcome back to Wake Up Call. As you know, if we haven't made it abundantly clear, today is Valentine's Day, and it's such a day of love. I've never really have a great memory on Valentine's Day. You?
My dad sends me flowers every year. I open a package. My mom sent me a cute hat. Hopefully I get a secret admirer. Maybe you can buy me chocolates or flowers or something.
Maybe I am your secret admirer. Who knows? Keely had the opportunity to go out on the street and talk to some KU students. Take a look.
I'm Keely McCormick, and I decided to walk around KU's campus today to find out what people are doing for Valentine's Day.
It's kind of sad because my boyfriend's in Pennsylvania.
I think it's dumb because I don't have a Valentine, but I'm going to celebrate Galentine. It's kind of a sad holiday for me.
Okay, Big J, what are your Valentine's Day plans for this year? That's not appropriate for TV.
Oh, I'm going to go see Lego Batman with my mom after we go to Culver's.
I'm planning on going to Hillel and hanging out with all my Jewish friends.
Netflix and chill.
Okay.
I'm probably just gonna hang out with, my non-existent girlfriend.
Okay, are you gonna get her a gift?
I might surprise her, but she might be watching this, so I can't say.
So we can't let her know. Okay.
No, but I hope she's going to get me some candy.
Okay, what's your favorite Valentine's Day candy?
Probably the little sweet tarts with the writing on them. Those are pretty fun.
Is the little hearts that say things on them.
Well, we both really like fried chicken.
Sweethearts.
Gotta be those caramel, I don't know how to explain them. Caramel candies with pink around. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
Chocolate with caramel in it.
Expecting any secret admirers this year?
I am not. I would be surprised if I had a secret admirer.
Yeah. Do you have any Valentine's Day traditions?
Try and find the prettiest girl and say Happy Valentine's Day.
No, because I've always been single.
As you can see, the KU students have an array of Valentine's Day plans for this year.
I know, really, really cool to see.
Yeah.
Well, it is that day of the year, the day of love, and the busiest day for florists. Keely, you were the little delivery girl for a flower shop, weren't you?
I was a delivery girl for a flower shop over Christmas break, and they were like, please come back for Valentine's Day. It's the busiest day of the year. You have no idea how stressful it is. And I was like, I'm gonna be back in Kansas, guys. I can't be doing that. But people really do send a lot of flowers on Valentine's Day. I think for some people it's just easy, flowers.com, send it to my wife or girlfriend or whatever. But for others it's more meaningful and cute. I don't know. I think receiving flowers is always kind of a feel-good thing, especially roses. Those are my favorite. If anyone wants to give me some.
So what is the easiest way? What is the easiest website? I know you probably know to send flowers.
Well, I know flowers.com. My dad sends my mom flowers every year, and my mom honestly gets mad. She's like, you send me the same flowers. I think he has it, so it sends them every Valentine's Day. Like he's got it hooked up to the computer. So some people it's kind of just a send them, and others it's more.
Well, guys, you just heard it from Keely. Flowers.com. You have any plans tonight for Valentine's Day? I know you do. Have so many men falling at your feet.
Yeah, the boys are they're falling as I walk by, and I have to turn them all down to study for a test.
Oh, wow.
But maybe next Valentine's Day
Keely,
I won't be as
you
lonely.
only live once, okay? That test is not going to determine, that one test will not determine your future.
That's
Give
right.
in every once in a while.
That's
Man,
right.
I feel like Grampy and Grandma.
Grammy and Grandpa.
Giving some advice, right?
They really did. They got some good advice. I hope one day I can be as in love as they are.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.